In this video, we'll be solving a rational equation. A rational equation is an equation that has a rational expression, or fraction, as one or more of its terms. We will begin by multiplying both sides of the equation by the least common denominator, and I'll abbreviate that as an LCD. The problem that we'll be working with is to solve for x. The equation is x over x minus 5 plus 5 equals 5 over x minus 5. Our least common denominator is x minus 5. Now we don't want to write x minus 5 times x minus 5 because that wouldn't be the least common denominator. And remember, the reason for multiplying by the LCD is to cancel these denominators off. So the LCD is x minus 5. And that'll cancel off this one, and it'll cancel off this one. So we're ready to go. So when I multiply both sides of the equation by x minus 5, that means I'll be multiplying each of the terms individually by that expression. So let me write that. X minus 5 multiplied by the fraction x over x minus 5 plus, and then x minus 5. And I really should have parentheses around this because if I don't, it would just be 5 multiplied by that. So yes, I do need parentheses here. And then multiplying that by 5. And then equals x minus 5 multiplied by 5 over x minus 5. Alright, so we know, and this is actually over 1, so we know that x minus 5 in the numerator and x minus 5 in the denominator, x minus 5 over x minus 5 is 1, so these cancel. Nothing cancels here, this is all over 1. But over here on the right side, x minus 5 in the numerator over x minus 5 in the denominator, those also cancel. Alright, now let's write what's left. In the denominator I have 1, so I don't need to worry about a fraction on this equation anymore. I have 1 times x, which I'll just write as x, plus, I'll need to distribute this 5 through the binomial. So 5 times x is 5x, and then 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. And then on the right side I have just 5. Let's combine like terms. So x plus 5x is 6x. And then add 25 to both sides. So 6x is equal to 30. And then divide both sides by 6. 6 over 6 is 1x, so I have just x on the left. And then 30 divided by 6 is 5. Now, whenever you're working with a rational equation, you have to check and make sure that your solution does not cause division by 0. So we need to check. If we put 5 into our equation, we'll have x over, let me write the equation here. Right, now we're going to sub 5 in here, so on every time we see an x, we'll put 5. So 5 over 5 minus 5. Immediately, I don't even need to continue here, we see that the 5 causes division by 0. And that's not a good thing. Division by 0 is undefined. So we cannot use x equals 5, and we have to write no solution. Or, if you like, you can write this symbol for the null set.